Good evening, everyone. Mark chapter 15, verse 6. Now at that feast he released unto them one prisoner, whomsoever they desired, and there was one named Barabbas, which lay bound with them that made insurrection with him, who had committed murder in this insurrection. And the multitude crying aloud began to desire to do as he had done unto them. But Pilate answered them, saying, Will ye that I release unto you the king of the Jews? For he knew that the chief priests had delivered him for envy, but the chief priests moved the people that they should rather release Barabbas unto them. And Pilate answered and said again unto them, Will ye then that I should do unto him whom ye call the king of the Jews? And they cried out again, Crucify him. Then Pilate said unto them, Why? What evil hath he done? And they cried out the more exceedingly, Crucify him. And so Pilate, willing to content the people, released Barabbas unto them, and delivered Jesus, when he had scourged him, to be crucified. We're up to verse 15. Guys, in Israel, around that area, there's two seas, right? There's the Sea of Galilee, right? And Sea of Galilee has a lot of fish, has a lot of beauty, has a lot of living animals surrounding our area. And the important thing about Sea of Galilee, it gets its water from the mountains. So the waters come down from the mountains, go into the Sea of Galilee. And then the water from the Sea of Galilee actually flow out and flows south. Okay, it flows south and goes to a wonderful place called the Dead Sea. Sounds good, right? The Dead Sea, right? And the Dead Sea has no fish. The Dead Sea has no life. Hence the name Dead Sea, right? It's very salty, saltier than the ocean. So, it gives up the salt, you can float on it, right? If you go to the Dead Sea, you can actually float on it. Of course, you can float in water usually, but more so you can float really well on the Dead Sea, right? Because of the salt concentration. Nothing can live there, right? And then, researchers, they look into it, why can't anything live there? It's because Dead Sea is so low, there's elevation, right? It's so low that water goes in, and when the water goes in, it takes in the minerals from the rocks and the sand, things like that. That's why there's so much, salt, sodium concentrate in the Dead Sea. That's why no life can live there. So basically, the Dead Sea receives, but it never gives, right? There's no outlet, right, guys? And guys, I feel like our heart is kind of like that. I want to experience happiness. Not only do you need to take and take and take, right? We talked about desires and self-control this week, right? A lot of people, they just think that if they take and take and take, they're going to be happy, right? But actually, as important it is to take things and receive things in your heart, you also need to be able to share things. Like the Sea of Galilee. Yes, you take in, but you also flow out. And when people are the most happy is when their hearts flow with each other. When you share hearts with each other, when you share your thoughts with other people, when you share moments with other people, and most importantly, when you love people, when you love other people, right, guys? When we don't share, when we don't connect, when we don't talk, when we're isolated, when we're all stuck, and and we only just receive, that's being like the Dead Sea, and there's no life inside, right? But to have happiness, to have joy in your life, you need to be able to exchange your heart. Talk about something. Share memories or share moments. Share what you feel. Talk about something. And you be able to share your heart with other people so you can receive from their heart, guys. Guys, while I was at this camp, what I was reminded the most was love, right? I feel like our students received a lot of love at this camp. The staff members really loved on us. The teachers really loved on us. But guys, the secret is that when you love someone else, that's when you're also happy, right? I'm not just talking about guys liking girls, girls liking guys, right? That's one example. But in other words, being able to be connected, being able to have a genuine conversation, be able to be connected in hearts, and enjoy moments together. Everyone, be able to share love and give love, just like how Sea of Galilee gives water. If you're able to give love to someone else, then that brings out true joy in your heart, guys. Everyone, love is like the ocean. It's unlimited. Everyone, if you know how to love and share love and sacrifice and be able to invest your time in other people, then you can keep on doing that. It's not like you run out. Of course, maybe you get tired at the end of the day, right? But then you can love and share love and show love and continue to care about other people, and you're able to really help someone else. And the interesting thing is, when you love someone else, that's what gives you joy and happiness. Everyone, anyone likes Christmas? Who likes Christmas? Why do you like Christmas? Presents, right? But everyone, I guarantee you, more than the joy you feel when you receive those presents from your parents, I bet you anything your parents are more happy than you when they give you those presents. Right? Love pushes us. Right? When you're in difficulty, when you're in hardship, a lot of students, they came up this week and they shared their testimonies. They shared about how they face a lot of difficulties, a lot of hardship, right? Everyone, if you feel someone else's love for you, that allows you to overcome those hardships. That allows you to overcome those difficulties. That allows you to heal from scars in your heart and wounds in your heart. Everyone, that's the power of love. If you are able to feel it, if you're able to feel it from someone's heart, then that's the power of love that can be for you. And everyone, probably the most important aspect of love is that love sacrifices. Right? Everyone, if you are able to love other people, then yes, you can give up your time. Yes, you can give up your own resources. Yes, you can give up some of yourself for someone else, and that brings you joy. That brings you fulfillment. That brings you accomplishment. Right? So that's the power of love. It's able to push people past their limits, push people through their difficulties, help people, guide people. And most importantly, though, the greatest love is the love that sacrifices for someone else. Right? In the Bible, Jesus defines what love is. And it's written, "Greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends." And the greatest love is from sacrifice. Right? If you're sacrificing for someone else, yes, maybe you didn't say with your lips that you love them, but you're showing them love. Right? If you invest your time, if you invest your heart, you invest, whatever it is of yourself, and you sacrifice for someone else, that's love. Right? And the greatest love is being able to sacrifice your own life for someone else. Guys, a couple years ago, a movie came out. It was about a true story. Right? It was about a guy named Desmond Doss. Right? Desmond Doss was a soldier during World War II, and because of his beliefs, his Christian beliefs, he didn't want to carry a gun, even though he was a soldier. Right? And so he was a medic. And then the people in his, platoon, his company, at first they really didn't like this guy. Right? They thought he was going to be a burden on them. They thought he was going to not be helpful. They thought he's a joke. He was a vegetarian, he didn't want to do anything violent, right? And so they thought they didn't really care much about this guy. And they told him that. One of his teammates, one of his fellow soldiers said, "Hey, you're not going to come back from the war because I want to shoot you myself," when they first met this guy, right? So it was very abrasive. But then, during the Battle of Okinawa, Desmond Doss risked his life and he saved 75 soldiers from one of the fiercest battles of World War II. 75. He went to where there was a lot of shootings, a lot of artillery fire, and he went and he saved people. He dragged them out one by one, and he saved 75 people. And they awarded him with the Medal of Honor. Right? This is the highest, medal you can receive for military service. Right, guys? And the greatest love is sacrifice. And then the greatest love was someone risking their life, sacrificing their life for someone else's life. Right? The greatest love was someone that, even though they put themselves in imminent danger, even though they are risking their life and they're risking putting themselves in front of death, the fact that to go out again and lay your own life down to help someone else, that is the greatest form of love. Right, guys? The greatest love is a man willing to lay his life down for his friends. Guys, today we talked about Barabbas. And Barabbas is not a good person. Barabbas, right? Barabbas was not a good person. And his name means son of the father, right? He's not a good person. He was a rebel against the government, right, which is the Roman Empire at that time, and he killed people. And that's why he ended up in jail, right? Everyone, it's not like he went and stole something at, this local store, and that's why he went to jail, right? Everyone, he killed people. He was a robber, right? He appears in all four Gospels, this man named Barabbas, right? And he was in jail, and then he is probably awaiting execution. He probably knows what's going to happen, right? He probably knows that he might get crucified. There's a big chance of him getting crucified, right? One of the worst punishments that you can undergo during that time. And I imagine one day, right, how he was like while in jail, right? Right before the day he has to stand in front of the public, right? What do you think he was thinking? Right? Oh man, I don't have a chance. Right? They're not going to choose me. They're not going to free me. No way. They're going to choose the other guy. As we read in Mark chapter 16, right? Mark chapter 15, Pontius Pilate released prisoners every year to please the Jews, right? And so, yes, there's a chance he gets released, but he's looking at himself and thinking, man, there's no way they're going to pick me. There's no way they're going to pick a murderer. There's no way they're going to pick a rebel, a guy that lived the evil life. There's no way. Right? They're going to pick the other guy. Right? And he's like a dude. He's like an evil dude, right? I don't think in prison he's like praying and talking about how he's going to change his life, right? No, in prison he's just probably thinking about how he's going to die on the cross. How he's going to get crucified. He's probably just thinking, this world that treated me like this, if only I was out again, and I want to take revenge on the people that, mistreated me all my life, right? I don't know, the Bible doesn't say much about Barabbas, right? But the thing they did say about Barabbas was that he was an evil man, right? But on that day, he stands with Pontius Pilate and a guy named Jesus, right? And then the people are told to choose, right? Hey, Pontius Pilate says, hey, you guys choose either Jesus or Barabbas, right? And then the Pharisees, they had the people call out for Barabbas. And at that moment, what do you think Barabbas felt? Probably maybe hope, right? Maybe, oh wow, man, that guy must have done really bad stuff, right? If the people are choosing me, that guy named Jesus must have been really bad, right? I'm a murderer, I'm a criminal, all that, right? I did an insurrection against the Roman Empire and all that, but if they're choosing me over this guy, he must have been really bad, right? And because of the people, Pontius Pilate releases Barabbas. But Jesus did nothing wrong, right? Jesus committed no sin. He died, and he died in our place. Barabbas did not do anything, right? Barabbas didn't go to the soup kitchen, volunteer, and then he got released, right? Or he donated all his money to the poor, and then he got released. No, Barabbas didn't do anything, but Jesus took his place, right? And the Bible says, 2 Corinthians 5 verse 21, for he hath made him to be sin for us who knew no sin, that we might be made the righteousness of God in him. Just like Barabbas, you did not do anything to receive righteousness. You did not do anything. You were not good. You didn't do something good, or you weren't able to please God, please the standard, please the law. But still, Jesus took your place. You didn't ask for it. You didn't even know Jesus probably. You weren't even born, right? But still, just like how Jesus took Barabbas' place, Jesus took our place.
Amen.
Right? A good man dying for the evil one. Right? A man with no sin dying for the sinner. He died, he had made him to be sin for us who knew no sin, that we may be made the righteousness of God in him. Guys, that's why we're happy. Because we received the love of Jesus, the greatest love. Jesus died for you. You did not do anything. You were not good. You didn't know Jesus. It's not like you earned anything. You didn't please God. But just like Barabbas, Jesus took your place and he made you righteous. Guys, everyone, during this camp, if you have felt the love you received, I believe you'd be very happy. And guys, to live a happy life, please share the love that you received from Jesus Christ to the people around you. And then once your heart flows with someone else, just like the Sea of Galilee, that can give and take, right? Receive other people's hearts, share hearts, share memories, share and sacrifice for someone else. If you're able to do that, surely you'll be the happiest people on the planet. Alright guys, so guys, I believe during this camp, you received a lot of love, especially from the Huntington staff. And last but not least, we want to say we personally love you guys, okay? Alright, thank you.